What if I told you that your trauma doesn't actually control you? Not your childhood, not your past relationships, not the thing that happened to you 5 years ago that you still bring up in your head every single night. That's not me being harsh. That's the entire argument of one of the most quietly radical books ever written about human psychology, The Courage to be Disliked. Here's the twist that makes this book so uncomfortable and so freeing at the same time. Most of us believe we are the way we are because of something. I'm anxious because I was neglected. I'm insecure because I was bullied. I can't trust people because someone betrayed me. This is called cause and effect thinking, and literally every self-help book you've ever read is probably built on it. This book says, you've got it backwards. Based on the psychology of Alfred Adler, a contemporary of Freud who most people have never heard of, but whose ideas quietly shaped modern therapy, coaching, and even the corporate world's obsession with growth mindset. This book makes one claim that will either make you furious or set you free. You are not what happened to you. You are what you decide right now about what happened to you. The book is written as a conversation. A frustrated, cynical young man visits a philosopher who claims the world is simple and that anyone can be happy right now, today. The young man doesn't believe him. He argues, he pushes back, he gets angry. And over 5 long nights of dialogue, the philosopher dismantles everything the young man believes about trauma, freedom, relationships, and self-worth. By the end, you're not just reading a summary of Adlerian psychology, you're watching someone's entire worldview get taken apart and rebuilt in real time. So, if you've ever felt trapped by your own past, told yourself, that's just who I am, or spent your whole life trying to get people to like you, stay with me. This one might change how you see your own life. Chapter 1. The world is astonishingly simple. The book opens with a bold claim from the philosopher. The world is simple, and anyone can be happy. The young man scoffs. If the world were simple, why is everyone he knows, including himself, miserable, anxious, and stuck? The philosopher's answer sets the tone for the entire book. It's not the world that's complicated, it's the meaning we assign to it. Adlerian psychology argues that we don't suffer from objective reality, we suffer from the subjective interpretation we've built around it. 2 people can experience the exact same event and walk away with completely different beliefs about themselves and the world. This is where the book introduces its most controversial idea, the rejection of trauma as a driving force. Freud said the past causes the present. Adler said the opposite. We are not determined by our experiences, but by the meaning we give them, and we can choose a new meaning at any time. It's not that painful things didn't happen, it's that they don't have to define what happens next. Chapter 2. All problems are interpersonal relationship problems. The philosopher makes a claim that stops the young man cold. Every single problem you have, every insecurity, every frustration, every private struggle is at its root a relationship problem. Feel inferior about your job? That's a comparison to other people. Angry about being disrespected? That's about how someone else treated you. Even the most private inner turmoil, the book argues, is secretly about how we measure ourselves against others. This chapter introduces the inferiority complex, not as a diagnosis, but as a story we tell ourselves. Adler believed everyone feels some sense of inferiority. It's part of being human and wanting to grow. The problem isn't the feeling itself, it's when people use it as an excuse. I can't succeed because I didn't go to a good school. I can't find love because of how I look. The book calls this out directly. We often manufacture our own suffering because it's more comfortable than facing the risk of change. There's also a striking discussion of the difference between healthy striving and unhealthy comparison, and why chasing superiority over others is a losing game, while personal growth measured against your own past self is the only comparison that actually matters. Chapter 3. Discard other people's tasks. This is the chapter most people quote from this book because it introduces the single most practical tool in it, the separation of tasks. The philosopher explains that most interpersonal suffering comes from one simple mistake. We get tangled in tasks that aren't ours to carry. Whether someone likes you is not your task, it's theirs. Your task is only to act with integrity and honesty. What they do with that is entirely outside of your control, and trying to control it is where all the anxiety comes from. This idea directly confronts something almost everyone struggles with: the need for approval. The book argues, almost brutally, that the desire to be liked by everyone is not just unrealistic, it's a loss of freedom. If you live your life trying to avoid being disliked, you are no longer living your own life. You're living a life dictated by other people's judgments of you. This is where the book's title finally makes sense. Having the courage to be disliked doesn't mean trying to be disliked. It means accepting that being disliked by someone is the unavoidable cost of living authentically, and that price is worth paying. The chapter also tackles parenting and education, arguing against praise and punishment altogether. Praising a child, the book argues, secretly teaches them to seek approval rather than develop their own values. Instead, it proposes encouragement, acknowledging effort and contribution without turning it into a judgment of worth. Chapter 4: Where the Center of the World Is. Having established that we shouldn't chase approval and shouldn't carry other people's judgments as our burden, the young man asks the obvious question: doesn't this just lead to isolation? Won't rejecting the need for approval just make people cold and selfish? The philosopher's answer introduces the concept of community feeling, a sense of belonging that comes not from being the center of attention, but from feeling like a contributing part of something larger. This isn't about self-centeredness, it's the opposite. True belonging comes from contribution, not validation. This chapter draws a crucial distinction between horizontal and vertical relationships. Horizontal relationships are built on hierarchy: praise, punishment, comparison, competition. Horizontal relationships are built on equality, respect, encouragement, and mutual trust, even between people in different roles, like a parent and a child, or a boss and an employee. The book argues that lasting happiness and connection can only be built on horizontal relationships because vertical ones are always secretly about winning or losing. Chapter 5: To live in earnest in the here and now. The final section brings everything together with perhaps the most demanding idea in the book. Real happiness requires living entirely in the present moment, treating life like a series of dots rather than a single connected line towards some future destination. The book compares life to a dance. You don't dance to arrive somewhere, you dance because the dancing itself is the point. Most people, the book argues, live as if life is a line heading towards a goal, a career, a relationship, a version of yourself that will finally be enough. But this constant future focus robs the present of meaning, and it means happiness is always postponed. The book closes with its central, radical message: you don't need anything to change about your past, your circumstances, or other people's opinions of you. Happiness is a decision available to you right now in this exact moment. The only thing standing in the way is the courage to make it. The courage to be disliked doesn't ask you to fix your past. It asks you to stop letting it write your future. And that, according to this book, takes more courage than almost anything else you'll ever do.